Yes, so my people are not boss out. Oh, if somebody they talk, APC go they attack person for comment section. Yes, now when we talk say the election is free and fair, that Peter Obi must reclaim his mandate, and we go they talk anyhow. Mona hear me, you get some prophecy where they talk before election, and I see they hold those prophecy because then they come to reality. Like somebody, a prophet said, Peter Obi will not win the election. No. They were going to ring the election in favor of Tinubu. Then after election, Peter Obi will be detained. Peter Obi was detained. He said Peter Obi will cry. Peter Obi cried. Then later on he said on the day of inauguration, Tinubu will be arrested. See, I hold this word. Tinubu must be arrested. Tinubu is not qualified to be the president of Nigeria. One, if you must be a president of Nigeria, you must not have a dual citizen. Which one come and say you come from one country, still come from Nigeria? I don't understand. Baba, you go choose one now. You choose where you dey. Which kind of human being be this now? Drug case, dey your hand. Election manipulation, dey your hand. Different bad things, dey your hand. Okay, make speech about what you have for the country. You go to talk agbado ewa. What's happening to Nigerians? Una no go wake up, talk truth. Because you dey wear that skin of Yoruba, you go to behave anyhow. Before you go say you wear skin, say you be black Yoruba man, you dey behave anyhow. I'm a Yoruba boy, I can never behave like you people, because I behave like idiot. Look at this Mr. Lamidi Apapa that call himself a Labour Party ex-chairman. You are behaving anyhow. Old man, at that your age, you are supposed to be serving God, so you don't go to hell when you die. You know they talk anyhow, say you the one withdraw case from tribunal. Now you carry case go there. Are you normal? See your black face. What's wrong with you, Mr. Lamidi Apapa? Nigerians, we don't wake up. We don't get time for that rubbish. If Tinubu don't pay you, make time of money. Don't come outside to tell us rubbish. Mona hit the like button. Comment your opinion. Share. See what the UK got to say about this issue now. The election was not free and fair anywhere. Mona they deceive us. 4 pints go to wear now. Mr. Lamidi Apapa, I just gonna beg you, remove your body come for Labour Party matter. If you want to go join APC, go join APC. I wonder for the first time what the old man like you to do for Labour Party. We don't want old men like you. Failures. Hit the like button, share this video.
Other sort of challenges and interesting times, of course, I started just before the 2019 election and I finished after 2023. So I've seen some progress, a few setbacks, but overall what I would say, and this is one of my key sort of highlights from my time in Nigeria, Nigeria is the biggest, most important democracy in Africa, and for all its flaws and challenges, you are on that journey, and you should never take that for granted because you're in a region where democracy is backsliding, and indeed globally. But Nigeria sends a bit of a beacon of hope, and I know a lot of people are disappointed with the process and with the outcome, but I would say hang on to that important fundamental that people in Nigeria, your vote does count. Look at the different electoral map. It looks completely different than it did in 2019. Democracy is a journey, it's not an event. We're watching closely, along with other members of the international community, and those who incite violence or indeed act violently could be subject to a visa ban to our country, or we have other instruments, including our human rights legislation. So I can confirm we're gathering information at the moment. We obviously don't speak about individuals, and we will consider whether we want to exercise those visa bans. So that is one of the tools. That's if you like, a negative tool. But the whole point of that is deterrence, to ensure that people reflect before they act in that way, because elections going well are so important for Nigeria. What didn't work well, and it was a big disappointment to all of us, and most importantly to Nigerians, was what INEC had raised expectations, that as the results were being tabled at the local polling unit, they would be automatically visible to all of us, actually, to be able to track the results in real time, so transparently. Clearly the system failed, and there's no question. That was a massive disappointment. It also meant that it created space for people to be concerned that somebody's interfering with the system, somebody's hacked into the system. And I think one of the problems was that INEC didn't communicate quickly enough what the challenges were. And we spoke to the INEC chair about this, and he accepted that point, that they should have been able to communicate soon. But it was a failure, and I think it's been a big setback to INEC's credibility, frankly, and therefore people's confidence in the election.